because the students learn so much outside of the class on their flex time during the blended learning periods that when they come back to class we can work on more investigations and proofs and things like that.
I think that it gives you time to work at your own pace and you don't have to keep up with the way the class is moving. If you're faster or slower than they learn, then you can keep going and you don't have to get dragged behind or pulled behind because you don't know what's happening.
With blended learning, when the teachers track how much homework you do, and if you don't do enough or if you skip out on a bit, you're gonna get in some trouble or something like that.
I feel like blended learning has helped me be more independent and organize my time better.
We did persuasive paragraphs, and then we went on Google Drive and edited other people's and gave them feedback. So things like that where we can collaborate and work together is a lot easier with blended learning.
There are freedoms that we have in the blended learning program that are better than in the class because you can walk around a bit more, talk to friends and ask questions other than be in a confined space.
I have been doing a lot more of my homework and important projects on time and stuff like that, and not doing it last second.
It's a lot more interesting because we get to interact with other people as well, because in class we usually just stick to ourselves.
It was really exciting to students and to parents, and now they're asking for the program to be expanded actually because they find that the students are really engaged. They really enjoy working on those activities that are part of the blended learning environment.
So I think that I'm more excited now to go to class, and I think that I can work at a better pace, and it's almost more fun to go to class than it was before, and so it's easier in a lot of ways.
So as a department, our math goal that we came up with in September was to how can we increase student engagement through the use of technology and inquiry-based lessons. And one of these initiatives was done through the board, and it was called the Middle Years Collaborative Inquiry. And so what we did was group together with interested grade 9 teachers and grade 8 teachers, and together we went through the collaborative inquiry process to determine where do we really need to focus our attention as teachers and as staff to better improve student learning and student engagement. And so our group in particular came up with the question, how can we better assess, or how can students co-create some criteria to assess the reasonableness of their answers, and how can they become more engaged through their learning in that process? So it's been a great start. We've only just begun. We've met with the grade 8 teachers and the grade 9 teachers a few times already. We've had a chance to be in the grade 8 classroom, watching them and seeing how that works in that environment, because it's of course very different from our environment. So it's just a beginning, but we're already seeing the engagement levels have increased.
I chose the SHISM course because it appealed to my interest, since I have a great interest in cars and I wanted to learn more about them.
I really enjoy the health sciences, and my friends and teachers pushed me towards doing so.
I chose to do the landscaping architecture SHISM because I think it'll help me in my future path, which is to become an architect.
I think being able to choose your own courses allow you to choose what kind of path you want to go into, heading into that career that you want to pursue in the future.
It ends with an internship at a company that's relevant to your pathway.
I feel being able to choose my own courses allows me to better fix it so that I get to learn what I want to learn rather than having the fixed courses.
I'm Mr. Ching. I'm a math teacher at White Oak Secondary School. The grade 12 data management class is running a casino, and all the students made their own casino games, and they calculated the probabilities, and they've kind of rigged it so that the probability works in favor of them, and that's using all the math that they learned this semester. The students, the goal is to apply all their understanding about probability and statistics to create a real life example, and then they're going to see if their calculations match what happens in real life and compare the math on paper with the math in the real world.